Morning, guys. Adam Patterson out here, and it is the 27th of October, which is a Monday, so we're back to the work week. I started work yesterday. I'll get into that in a little second here. But it's 7:07 in the morning. I got a late start to the day. I was kind of sick last night, which is a bit of a pain because it kept me up. So I went to bed early. I fell asleep on the couch watching football or whatever that Maddie had on the TV. I was watching a YouTube video because I love YouTube. I love watching YouTubers. So I was watching Max Tuning, if anyone's familiar with him. If not, then don't worry about it. But you go check out his channel if you want to see who it is. I was watching Max Tuning. I fell asleep on the couch right around probably 7-ish, maybe closer to 8-ish. Nope, probably closer to 7-ish. And then Maddie woke me up right around like 8:20, and we went off to bed. But before that, we had eaten dinner, and then we went and got like milk, ice cream and milkshakes. I got a milkshake, she gets ice cream, and I got a larger portion than I normally do. I got a large milkshake opposed to a medium milkshake, and I don't know if this is like this for anybody else, but sugar and or dairy, they always mess me up. So she woke me up to go off to bed at about 8:30. I fell asleep nearly immediately. And then at 11 p.m. I woke up with just a killer stomach ache, so I went and tried to take a shit and couldn't, so I just went back to bed with the stomach ache. Woke up again at probably 2, and then again at 3, then again at 4, and that's my standard normal morning routine is to wake up at 4. I didn't. I just turned my alarms off and I went back to bed, and I ended up waking up at like 5:20 ish. So I just waited until as close as I could to 5:30, and then I got out of bed. Let these dogs out and all that. But I did my normal morning reading routine. I did not walk and journal this morning. I just journaled because I ended up back on the toilet before I was even done with the reading. So I just journaled while I was there. And then I got a late start to this day. So 7 o'clock, I'm sending out my customer emails now. I've made some changes to the company that are going to go into effect in November. My employee and I are parting ways. He was useful and everything. He's not really necessary at this time, and I can kind of use that money that I'm paying him right now to further expansion, opposed to what he was doing, which was kind of keeping operations in line. I can keep all the operations in line. I'm not too worried about that. I am very good at operating. What I need is help with further expansion, and through that I need either more tools or I need another person. So I'm debating on which one. But more tools to help me while I'm a solopreneur right now, that would be the best. It would be the best way to create more leverage is just by having more tools in place that would help me expand my outreach a bit. So, I use social media and everything. I don't use any of the social media at this moment to gain customers. Or anything like that. I'm sure that it could happen in this space. I'm sure that I could get my name out there because I do a lot in logistics when I'm on the particular social media, which is LinkedIn. I do a lot in there. I just never write anything about the current freight market or current trucking industry. I never write anything about it. I comment on other people's posts about it, but I never write anything myself about it. I write about sales pretty much all through and through. Hang on. Black coffee. Second cup. I probably won't finish it. After I wake up a little bit, my taste buds wake up. Black coffee doesn't seem to taste as great. And I don't like to drink coffee with creamer. But to speak about what I did yesterday. Yesterday I had a little bit of a to-do list. I had to build some loads out, which are, what are getting picked up in our system here, for a couple customers. And then I had to, anything that was not covered with what it is called the dedicated carrier for me, which is my relationships, I had to get it posted out on load boards, so I had to do that. And then I added in some new leads that I got back an approval for. I scheduled some tasks to call them. And then what I just did this morning was I updated my email listing here. So I have my CRM, which is my customer relationship module or management system. And I have that, but then I also utilize Microsoft Excel to create like a faster emailing prompt. I think I've showed it to you before, But I use Excel. I put the company name in there. I put like what they do for me in terms of like if it's a customer, I put like how often they run, whatever. But I email my customers every morning off of it, and it makes it just quicker than going through and or trying to remember. It's just right in your head, and it's right here in front of you. So I have my list here. I've got customers, hot prospects, answered with time frame, answered with no time frame, answered not onboarding at all, and no answers. So what I like to do, I email my customers every day, and then the rest of them I try to email twice a week. And I don't want to say lazy on it, but it might be lazy if I'm like looking at it from my own lens. But I was trying to extend myself and replicate myself when it came to my employee. So, you know, he was in operations. I was trying to get him into selling. I told him that sales is a great skill to have. If you know how to sell, you can always dictate how much money that you're going to make, or you can go out and start your own company because it's just a great skill set to have if you know how to sell and you know how to operate something and like make sure your delivery is great and everything like that. But you need to know how to sell so that you can do the rest of it. So I was trying to teach him how to sell, and I popped over some like 100 companies to him or whatever. So I took them off my email list just so they're not getting hit up by 2 different names at the same company. But with us parting ways here coming in November, and he's already not doing the sales portion of it, I had to put all those people back on my no answer list because I don't remember if they ever answered me or not. So I'm going to be sending out mass emails today. Not mass emails, because that sounds like I'm not just emailing directly to one person, but I'm going to be sending off a ton of emails today to every person. So I'll email my customers right here, and then I'll email just everybody else right afterwards. After that, I don't have too many calls to make today. It's only a Monday, but I have 25 companies to call, and I don't have a lot for tomorrow. But I do have a lot of overdue tasks, so I'll probably move all those to today, actually, now that I'm looking at it. So I'll move these to today, which just means that I probably have more companies to call than I thought. But a lot of my tasks come from things that I like did not do on like yesterday. Because I always set myself a task. If I've reached out to a company a whole bunch of times, or even one time, and it's like, you know, phone number changed, anything like this, I always set myself a task for Sunday because I do not work on Saturdays. I set myself a task for Sunday to go out and research the company, find the people that I need to speak with or whatever, so I can go through like a call menu. Yeah, and I'm up to 72 tasks. So I have more to do today than I thought, which is fine. So, you know, I've got to go out. I'm going to send off all these emails, which is going to be quite a bit. And then I'm going to go out into the gym. I've got leg day to do today because I did not work out yesterday. We hosted guests and then hosted another guest. And then, you know, I did my little bit of working that I had to do. So I'm going to go out and I will do my workout, which is going to be leg day. I'll come back in. I'll do my cold calls from there. And then after that, I'll still be tracking everything in terms of freight. I'm assuming that my employee, I gave him a month. I told him I gave him 3 pay periods that I will continue to pay him through, but he does not have to work them. He can, you know, go and do whatever else that he wants to, apply to jobs, do interviews, all that, and I'll still pay him regardless. So that's what I recommended to him. I was like, please go do this. I'll still pay you. Don't worry about it. Just don't do nothing, you know. But that's what I'm going to do today, so I'm going to get started on these emails. I'll come back to you because I'm going to start bringing my laptop out into the gym with me since I'm back to just me, so I can watch everything perfectly, which is what I should have been doing in the first place anyways. But send off these emails, hit the gym, and then come back in, do cold calls, go back out and maybe do some walking because I never did my walking this morning, and just kind of plan out the day for tomorrow because I'm assuming by that point it's probably going to be like 3 to 4-ish, because I would imagine that I'll get done with these emails by, I would say, somewhere between 9:30 and 10, maybe earlier because I don't have everyone on this list. So after that I might actually, you know, add in everybody and then continue on and do them in the afternoon. So send off the emails, which probably won't take as long as I thought now. So maybe to like 9. Go out, work out, which will take me about an hour, hour and a half. So that puts us at like 10, 10:30. Come back in, start making cold calls, and going through all these tasks, so that'll take me till about 1. And then I'll go back through, I'll look into every one of these companies and add in their people that I need to contact again, and then send off those emails. So that'll take me till about 3:30, I would imagine. And then go back out, do my walking, plan out my day for tomorrow, all that. Cover all the freight, do all this that needs to be done for tomorrow. But that's the plan for today, and I'll keep you updated on it. We're back, everybody. It is 9 a.m., just as predicted, 8:59 a.m. actually. And I even kind of slowed down a little bit because, as you can see, I've got my second laptop in the background here. And I was responding to emails as they came in, because I don't know if I've said this before or not, but I have my CRM system is tied into my email here. I use Outlook. So if I send an email, I can log it that it's sent so that I can record everything that I've ever done. Just kind of makes it easier instead of going in and out of the CRM and being like, sent an email, sent an email, sent an email, or copy and pasting the email in there. It just automatically feeds right over. So that's good things for me. But now I'm done with all my emails for this morning, so I can either go out into the gym, which I'm debating on doing right now, or I can just kind of keep going for the day and start up on all my sales tasks and everything. I still have some freight to cover, so I'm thinking I'm going to do the latter, where I'll cover this freight that I've got left, and then just kind of keep things moving from there. So that's kind of seems to be like where I'm headed to, is I'm just going to cover this freight that I've got left on the board, which is uncovered because it doesn't seem like my employee is actually going to stay and work out these final month that I gave him. So I'm going to cover the freight that I have left on the board, and then after that I will just head right into sales most likely, and then from there we'll probably finish everything on the day, and then we'll move right up into everything else that I have to do today, which is like hit the gym, and all of that. So stay tuned, because I've got some other things that are coming. I just really have to run and use the bathroom at this current moment because I am still in a bind. But that is all for right now, and stay tuned, y'all. Back again, guys. It is 12:25 p.m. now today. I just stepped out. I went and played some video games with my brother, Battlefield 6. If you play Big Boy Bombs 2, that's me. So I was playing Battlefield 6. We probably got like a game in, maybe, and then he had to go. Prior to that, I rebuilt my email list like I spoke about this morning. I already sent out all my emails for the day that I was going to send out, so I'll send out another round tomorrow most likely, and then I'll probably be back up over like 200 emails every single time that I send them shits out. So far today I've done 146 emails. Most of my drivers are on site already, and then I've been sending out my tracking updates and everything like that. So nothing too crazy is happening today. You know, I'm gonna quote a load lane for a customer right now. And then other than that, like nothing crazy is going on, you know. So I'm not too terribly worried about anything. Looks like everyone's pretty much doing the job that they're supposed to do. Let's see what the heck this is. Who updated this? Interesting. This was already loaded. So I'm just getting the system updated a little bit because my drivers are on site. I've only got one guy left who's got to get on site. All the rest of these things, not too much happening. So I'll quote this lane for a customer, and then I plan to pretty much just make cold calls. And then from there, you know, the day's pretty much done from there. I've already got the email list made. I'm sending out all these emails tomorrow. Well, I probably won't send them all out tomorrow just because I sent everything out today. So, nothing too crazy. Not a crazy day. It's Monday. It didn't start off too crazy. Alright, people, we're back here. It's closing in on 3 p.m. now. I've made about half of the cold calls that I need to make for the day. I just wanted to hop on quick because we're closing in at 3 p.m. I've done pretty close to 200 sales touches today. By the end of the day, I'll do over 200. And that's a really good thing. You can't land business, you can't bring on business without, what the hell is going on? All of my tech is acting funny today. It's pissing me off. Your organization has deleted this device. What in the hell does that mean? That doesn't make any sense. But we're closing in on 3 p.m. I've had weird tech issues today. Not that I've been hacked or anything like that. Just a lot of issues with tech today. Which has been so much fun. You know what I mean? So, did these freaking morons? Okay. So my email still works. Other crap doesn't. I don't understand what's going on. Nor do I understand why crap like this would happen. But just a lot of weird tech issues, right? So always fun to have these crazy tech issues. I don't really understand why we're having them at all. I don't think that's the right even thing. I don't quite understand what's going on at all. But tons of tech issues, which has been just massively interesting. So I'm just going to keep... Yeah, that's not the one that I wanted. So I got to keep hammering away on these tech issues, which are now happening, which is super annoying. Super annoying. So I got to keep hammering away at these, and then from there, hopefully I can get everything fixed. Because I would like to keep on attacking today and making it something actually worthwhile. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. But these are the issues that you kind of have to deal with on your own when you are a solopreneur and you run your own ship. And it's very annoying. You'll never enjoy it. But I wanted to show it to you in real time because it's sitting here and pissing me off. So I figured if I have to deal with it, you guys should probably see it. Because these are just the things that you kind of have to deal with. And, crap happens, so I guess is what I would say to it. And we'll see. We'll kind of just see what keeps going. I don't know. Alright guys, it is 4:21 p.m. for the day, and I actually just finished all of my sales activities. Well, I finished all my cold calls and everything that needed to be made. And we are looking at 194 sales activities done today, and I still have some emails that I want to send off for the rest of the day. Because I added in all that list, which I had sent over to my employee. So I want to get in front of all those people too, because I haven't been in front of them in a while. So I want to get in front of those guys. So my plan now, I'm going to finish up. I'm going to take my email that I sent off this morning to everybody, and I am going to send that off once more, but now to all these additional people. I'm going to get them all on the books, get in front of them at least once, hit them like the surprise, you know what I mean? Like, I'm still here. And we're kind of going to go from there, because after that, I'm actually going to get out into the gym. I'll do my workout, and we'll kind of move from there. You know, I plan to work out, so I want to get these emails done because I've still got time left in the day when people are probably, you know, considered working or whatever. So I'll get these emails sent out, and then from there, you know, it'll be a good day. That's how I'm thinking about it. It'll be a good Monday, and I'm okay with that. So, boom. I'm going to work on getting the rest of these emails out now that these sale calls are made. And we'll talk again in the gym.